Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, and so today this video is going to be, as per usual in my true fashion, another update video. So for almost the past 2 years now, I haven't uploaded. The last actual kind of content that I created, if you will, outside of memes was February 25th, 2018, which as of the date of recording this, is almost 2 years ago. So to say that I've been inactive, if you will, is a bit of an understatement. So before I start uploading on the channel again, I feel that an update is due just to kind of explain where I've been, what's happened, and all items like that. So let's discuss where I've been, the future of the channel, and some other platforms that I've been working on / creating content for. So, before I get started though, however, there are two things that I wanted to talk about. First off, this video is very different from anything else I've made in the past. This video is going to be done as more of a commentary style video, so the gameplay was pre-recorded, and then this audio I am actually recording separately from the game so I can focus on the audio, and then the game is just going to be kind of there for background. I feel that this kind of approach towards creating content leads to kind of a better quality of content, and it looks a bit more polished, hopefully. Now I am still in the recording phase of this, obviously, but we'll see what it looks like when we get to the end of the video, and if it's a format that I may pursue kind of for videos to come. So the next thing that I wanted to say before I get started is just a thank you to those that have stayed subscribed, even if it was just you've completely forgotten that the channel existed because I haven't uploaded. It does mean a lot to me that even in that 2-year hiatus, my subscriber count actually hasn't fluctuated that much, so thank you guys actually mean the world to me. So now that that introduction is out of the way, let's kind of talk about where I've been, and some other events that have happened throughout the past 2 years that you may or may not have noticed depending on how much you're keeping an eye on the channel. So first off, within the past 2 years, I have finished some schooling. Not all schooling, I will be going away again at some point to continue that, but for now I have graduated school and I am working full time. So I went from not having any time to still not having any time, which is one of the big reasons that the channel kind of died out, because I was making sure that all of my grades were where I wanted them to be for what I was doing. So I needed, school comes first at the end of the day, especially kind of with where I am in my life, and then now that I'm working, of course, I need to work, and doing, 40-45 hour weeks isn't crazy, but it does take a majority of the day, and especially in the field, you do get very tired very quickly. So the next kind of event that came up is I redid my entire setup, and I mean everything. I have a new computer, new mouse, new keyboard, new mic, which hopefully the video or the audio quality should sound a bit different because I'm using a dedicated mic now instead of just a headset. Pop filters, all things like that. So I redid my entire setup. The old computer was nice, it could definitely get the job done, but my last setup was kind of just my first computer. It was my introduction to building computers and working with them, so it really was just more of a gaming station and not so much a productivity station. It had some good hardware in there, but definitely not the best for trying to both record or stream and play the game still. So I'm on completely new hardware. It's wonderful for multitasking. I'm on a bigger monitor, again, all to help with multitasking. And so because of this, I did have a kind of a small thing on Twitch going. Nothing crazy, but I did spend a fair bit of time on Twitch. I was streaming every Monday or so, and I kind of moved over there for a while because I found that it was a lot easier to just kind of do everything there. There wasn't really any planning that I had to do. I just kind of went with it. And the nice thing about that, at least, was I did it on Mondays because that was my day off. Mondays then became busy, and that kind of stopped there. And shameless self-plug, but if you want to go follow me over on Twitch, it is www.twitch.tv/Shijifusu. The link should be in my chat in the video description, but if it's not there, it will be as of this video, as I do stream a fair bit over there, and it is definitely something that the content will be a little bit less moderated, if you will. So next up, after I redid my entire setup, and I alluded to this a bit earlier on, but I reworked the channel. And the major thing for this was I had a online alias, tag, whatever you want to call it. I completely switched over, so I stopped using Harrison H and started going by the name of Shijifusu, which is kind of what I use for everything. It mainly started off of I wanted to change it anyway to go to something a bit more original, and then short of the story, ended up translating something and then got Shijifusu, or depending on what I'm doing, just Shiji. So that's kind of the where I've been, what's happening, some reworks, and all of that kind of good stuff that's kind of led up to this video. Another thing to kind of tie in with the channel rework is I got rid of a load of videos that I thought were just kind of blah. There's a lot of videos that I look back at them, and I guess kind of at the time, with putting absolutely no effort into videos, they were definitely like, yeah, this is okay. This is definitely fit for the everything else. And I look back on them, and I think, yeah, maybe we should just ignore that those were ever done. And so I didn't actually delete anything. Everything was set to private, so I still have access to them. So I can look back on them and think, wow, we've gone absolutely nowhere in this time, but that's okay. So I cleaned up the channel. It's basically a shot of it to go with my tag change, updated all of my social media links, etc., and did all kind of, some general maintenance, tidying, etc., to make the channel kind of better. So I believe I checked on it. I used to have it was 110 videos or so. It's down to 60 something or so now. But so that's kind of the major bit of the channel rework. So now let's talk a bit about the future of the channel. So one thing I definitely plan on doing more of is Poker Farm Q. If we look at the kind of the top videos on my channel, if we go off of the top 12 view-wise, 4 of them are Poker Farm Q videos. And then if we go up to 18, that number bumps up to 6. So about 33% of the top videos that I've made are all Poker Farm Q, and when comparing to the other videos, it is one of the few things that I still have access to. So looking at my top videos, all of things like Pokemon Uranium, I don't have access to that anymore because it was a local save, so that's long gone now on my older laptop. And so that we don't have access to, and then all of the other stuff just kind of being like one-off memes and stuff that's kind of, yeah, it's something, I guess is the best way to put it. So another thing I continue to plan on doing is kind of videos like this, to be honest. As I said, I believe kind of doing this format and working with it a bit more will lead to a higher quality of content and kind of some more enjoyable content. So I think that's something that I want to pursue, and I'm going to continue it. So this kind of commentary style video, and then I probably will still be uploading memes. Check out my last one about the Cuban Missile Crisis. It's an absolute masterpiece, and that is verified by Evan Esther, YouTube sensation Big E. So definitely go check it out. Link in the description. And then also to go on top of that, I do have some other kind of video ideas that, since I've been working with my computer a bit more recently, of stuff that I wanted to kind of try, do, experiment around with, kind of to see what I enjoy doing and kind of where I can slide myself into in the world of YouTube niches. So that being said, I'll probably be streaming a bit more on Twitch. Once again, channel link in the description below. If you could go over there and follow me, it would mean a lot. But I'm just going to kind of ease myself back into it and kind of see where I go and kind of, what I can do for myself, and just kind of let everything get going again. So that's kind of been it for the where I've been in the future. So quick, I guess, too long didn't watch, or a quick recap. I'm just making really bad excuses for justifying not doing anything for 2 years, except for uploading one meme about October of last year or so, and I'm going to try and get back into it. Channel was reworked, everything's been worked, new me, new tag, time to, I guess, rebrand everything, and now that all that rebranding is done, it is time to hit the ground running and continue. If you would have noticed on this video, probably not going to use an intro or a dedicated intro anymore. I don't like them. So instead we're just going to use fades. I probably will still use an outro, but that'll probably be reworked soon as well. So, you know, gotta redo everything because it's still kind of all of my old brand. And now it's time for a pretty bad segue to the outro, but that's okay because after editing this, it's just kind of gonna be the way that everything's gonna fall. Cool? Cool. And that's going to be it for the video. Make sure you all have a truly splendid day, and I will see you hopefully soonish, because I will be uploading once again. Cool. Later, everyone.